It is feedback time. In this series, I go over a previous video, read over your comments, reply, and I just wanted a little PSA real quick. I try to include everybody. I try to be very interactive, very inclusive, but there are definitely times when I do not include everybody's comment in my videos for a variety of reasons. Sometimes it's simply an editing issue on my part. I accidentally edit somebody out. Or B, their comment is irrelevant to the topic of the video we're going over, or other reasons. So I'm under no obligation to include everybody's comment. I try to, but just wanted to get that out there. So if your comments are not included, there are reasons why. And sometimes it may be just as simple as me accidentally editing out a comment or two. It does happen. But like I said, if your comment is off topic, then chances are I'm simply just going to move on to topics that are on topic. And as I pointed out in the past, I will often ignore replies to other people's comments. It's kind of like in a live stream whenever somebody's having a conversation with another person. I usually ignore that because they're having a conversation during a live stream, and that's perfectly fine. And it's the same thing in the comment section. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and get to your feedback regarding Red Dead Online free bounty hunter license rant. So as some of you know, about a week ago, Rockstar gave players the opportunity to get a free bounty hunter license. And unfortunately, typical of Red Dead Online, not everybody was able to get their free bounty hunter license. And despite the fact that they logged into Red Dead Online during that week and went to the bounty board to claim their free bounty hunter license, for whatever rhyme or reason, they were unable to do so. And obviously that ticked me off. And that's why we went up to Mount Soapbox a few days ago to rant about it. So we're going to read over your comments, your thoughts regarding the free bounty hunter license. So first off, we will go to Wolf. Let's see, you posted this right when maintenance starts. Yeah, I want to give you guys something to watch. And I do applaud Rockstar. I've said this before. I applaud Rockstar over the past few weeks of trying to improve the game with the various service maintenances as well as the patches on Thursday and Friday. Whether or not the patches actually accomplish anything, well, remains to be seen. Moving on to Mike, let's see. The bounty hunter screw-up is equivalent to Soapbox's Milton pushed one too many times. And that will be the last straw. Another legendary trip to Mount Soapbox, sir. Yes, I believe you have my stapler. I like to be by the window where the squirrels like to play. That's a terrible Milton. And I love Office Space. I love Mike Judd. Great cult classic. Plus Jennifer Aniston walking around in a t-shirt. Okay, so moving on to Chris Young Gun. I haven't played in over a year. Good to see I'm not missing out on anything. Let's see. Alan already had the license, but still sucks for those that didn't. Ludus, why is Rockstar like this? It's like they're clumsy as fuck with the codings. Yeah, I don't understand. This was basically a slam dunk for them. And I can sympathize with the rest of us in the community, of us veterans, those of us that already paid for the bounty hunter license. I know some people were upset about that, rightfully so, but at the same time, several months had passed since the Frontier Pursuits update, and if you grind every day in the game, earning money as well as gold, 15 bars of gold really isn't that much to a lot of us veteran players that have been, doing daily challenges and other ways of earning gold for quite some time now. But the point is, Rockstar made a promise. They made a deal in that event week, and for some players, from their point of view, Rockstar didn't honor that deal. And it's just weird that this was a really good PR move on Rockstar's part for new players or players that either A, weren't interested in acquiring the bounty hunter license, or players that for whatever rhyme or reason don't have enough gold to purchase the bounty hunter license. It's just a very bad PR move for Rockstar. Let's see, John Cummings. Let's see, the sad thing is they're not going to fix it just like they haven't fixed anything else. Once this new thing about ready to do, probably going to mess something else up. They won't fix that either. It's such a sad thing about the whole mess. It does feel like, once again, that I guess they're attempting to try to fix things with the service maintenances, the patches, but there's always that concern, right? Oh boy, new update probably coming in mid to late March, maybe early April. And you have to wonder, even if it's an awesome update with some great new roles, new content, new horses, weapons, etc., like, what other issues is that update going to bring to the game? And is Rockstar going to fix these problems before that update drops? Let's see, Dawn, the issue I have with the bounty license is I paid for it when I came out, and they gave it away apparently for free to those who paid for it. Yeah. I mean, I can understand, the frustration that Dawn and others have. I think that maybe what Rockstar should have done is simply have like a really good discount on it. Maybe like a 5-bar discount. I know they've discounted it to, 10 bars? I think it is this week during the event week, but I can also see Rockstar's point of view on this as well. And they're under their right to put out something for free that months earlier, people had to pay for. Now, I feel like what they should have done is maybe waited a little bit longer, maybe a year, and maybe a year later, like in celebration of the 1-year anniversary of Frontier Pursuits, then, give away the free bounty hunter license for a week. But, there's a lot of players that right now, they saw that, and just like Bruno, he's simply going to wait till a role comes out for free. And I completely understand that as well. It's a complicated issue. But at the same time, when Rockstar puts something out there in a newswire promoting it, and players get screwed over, and it seems like both sides lose. The players like myself and the rest of you that purchased the bounty hunter license, I can understand some of you taking a step back on this issue. But for players that, were under the assumption that if they did everything Rockstar asked them to do by logging in this week, by going to the bounty board, and then not getting the bounty license, they feel screwed over as well. So, yeah, either way, this is really on Rockstar. Let's see, Carlos played 1,400 hours, stopped playing 1 week ago, won't come back until Rockstar shows some respect. Let's see, Black Desert's being very fun. Okay, I'm glad you're enjoying Black Desert. Okay, there's a lot of other games out there to play. Moving on now to Daz. Let's see, you're completely right with the trust issue with Rockstar. I have little or of anything for them right now. Whatever the next DLC role comes out, you may as well just wait to get it for free in a couple months. Exactly. That's another way to look at it, is that on one hand, yeah, players that had the opportunity to get it for free this past week or so, but were screwed over and weren't able to get it for free, they're angry at Rockstar. And on the other hand, there's obviously players that did purchase the bounty hunter license that are like, wait a minute, I paid 15 bars of gold for my bounty hunter license, and you're just going to give it to other players for free. So I can see it both ways. And I am completely understanding of players that are simply just going to say, you know what, the new roles that come out, if I'm not really interested in it, if it's like not one that's like making me like, ooh, I want to be an outlaw or a lawman or an angler or etc., I'll just simply wait. I'll wait a few months for either a really good discount on these roles, or I'll simply just wait for it to be for free. But who knows if that would work out, because we obviously have players that try to get it for free, and yeah. Moving on to Pest. I've been waiting for one of these videos. Yeah, some of you I know enjoy my rant videos, and like I always say, I feel like my trips to Mount Soapbox is kind of like my nuclear option. And that's why I created some other like series, like the Ideas series, the Feedback series, like this, as well as my Thoughts series for different levels. But when something really ticks myself off, as well as you, the community, then I feel a need to take trips up to Mount Soapbox. But I don't want it to be a regular thing. There was a time when I would do it on a weekly basis, and there were times when I feel like I was just forcing myself to do it every week. And I don't like that. I really don't. I feel like that it should be reserved. And it's about, I guess you could say, the quality over the quantity when it comes to my rants. Let's see, Ragged Pants. I used to spend hours in this game every day. Now less than 5 minutes a day. Keeping a daily streak going, and that's it. I'm playing other games now. Exactly. There are a lot of players right now that are simply just logging into Reddit Online because A, the issues in the game, and B, there's nothing really going on in the game for a lot of us that have already did everything, maxed out the roles, we got plenty of money, plenty of gold, but at the same time, we want to keep our streaks going. We want to keep them alive, and that's why a lot of us feel the obligation to keep jumping into the game every day and just knock out some easy dailies and, call it a day. Mr. Baba Django, let my 113-day streak today. That's sad. Really sad, Mr. Baba Django. Great potential with an amazing community, but unfortunately Rockstar do a better job at pissing everyone off rather than fixing things or add new things frequently. Just seems like they don't care with all the BS going on and people not being able to get their free items, etc., etc. It's just become unacceptable. All the best, GB. Keep up the work on YouTube, mate. Yep. I'm sorry, but Mr. Baba Django, I'm really sorry to everybody that has become upset to the point where it's burnt them out, and the community is bleeding. And I've said that before. And Mr. Baba Django is a prime example. And it's sad that you see people saying this all the time, that they're fed up. And it's like one more thing, and it just sets them off. Meanwhile, I mean, I guess you could say Rockstar's trying to fix it, but in the eyes of a lot of people, the damage is already done. The trust is already broken. These issues keep going on and on and on, and it feels like Rockstar's not listening to us. And when they do like come out with something like whether it's a free bounty hunter license or some other quote-unquote deal, and they're shady about it, like, for example, a previous rant I did regarding the clods, like in the Newswire, it said your choice of a free clod. And myself and many others were under the impression that as long as you reached rank 20 trader, you could get the clod of your choice. But it turns out you only had a choice between the bottom tier white and black clods. Now, Rockstar could have done a better job there elaborating on exactly what they meant by free clod, but they didn't in the Newswire. And that legitimately pissed off a lot of people. But at the same time, it's the same scenario for players that ranked up the trader role, that purchased the top tier clods. I can also understand their point of view as well on it. Let's see, Mike. Let's see, hell, I can't get to 40 XP. When I turned the bounty, was going to grind, let's see, my bounty hunter roll, but about 2 bounties, no XP boost, screw it. That really does suck, and that's one of the things going on in this event week, is the fact that they're doing these 40% boosts for all the roles, bounty hunter, collector, trader, as well as moonshiner, and some people have complained about that as well. So it's another example, just like last week. Rockstar put something on the Newswire, and players go and do it, and yet, where's the 40% XP boost? Or where's the free bounty hunter license? Let's see, Gizmo. I've been messaging Rockstar since the beta. Always get the same automatic response, no matter what the problem is. Yeah, I mean, there's always an automatic response at the beginning, and then eventually you do usually get a response from an actual employee that's part of Rockstar support. And to be fair, Rockstar support is getting tons of tickets every single day from the community of both Reddit Online and Grand Theft Auto Online. Probably, I guess, more from Reddit Online than Grand Theft Auto Online, maybe. And so, you know, they give out that automatic response, and they do eventually get to you. And are there examples of them dropping the ball? Yeah, but I've had good experiences and not so good experiences with Rockstar support. So I think for the most part, Rockstar support does try their best, but like I say, they have dropped the ball a few times. Let's see, One Fast Duster. I sent my friend to the bounty board 3 times in 3 days to get his license before he gave up. Well, he finally got it. I'm surprised he still trusts you. Well, that's just the thing, right? And this is how I personally feel about it. Whenever I do these event week videos and I tell players that there's a discount or there's a free item, like the free bounty hunter license or whatever, and it turns out they're unable to get it, then I do feel a little bit of guilt for that. Even though I have no power, no control over that One Fast Duster, at the end of the day, that's on Rockstar. But at the same time, I always, do these videos informing you all, my awesome viewers and subscribers, of what's going on in the event weeks with the hope and the intention that you're actually able to get the things that's supposed to be in the event week. And sometimes it doesn't work out for players. And it's not my fault at the end of the day, but I do feel somewhat responsible. And that's why I always tell players, if you're having an issue, send it to Rockstar support. Hopefully, they'll resolve it for you. But this past week, a lot of players were let down. Let's see, Bill Shamrock, shaking my head. I had to wait weeks for Rockstar to give me back my gold for the collector bag. I was supposed to get it for free all the way at the start of the Frontier Pursuits. Yeah, there were a lot of players back then that, you know, had the ability to get either a free collector's bag, a free butcher table, or a free bounty license back then, and they had issues then during the Frontier Pursuits. So this is nothing new, but I'm glad you were able to get compensated for your gold. Let's see, moving on to Tristan. Felt neat to be in the video. Also play every day, and I didn't get it. Really angry. I'm sorry you never got your free bounty hunter license, Tristan. I really am. And like I said earlier, I do try to include as many people as possible in my videos. But, you know, things happen, and sometimes I don't include everybody for various reasons. Let's see, Lady Curie, let's see, use my free match to try another attempt at selling moonshine. Moonshine is ready to sell. Click to deliver. Black loading screen, deliver never ends. Left it for 15 minutes in vain. Hoping it would load. Nope, restart. Moonshine is gone. Try again. Used all my free match tokens to get the moonshine to sell. Let's see, not once got to deliver it. Let's see, use my free trader supply tickets at a large wagon. So, yeah, I mean, even if you actually end up getting some of these like free items, like what Lady Curry's talking about, the PlayStation Plus rewards, and I am completely against it. I wish Rockstar would have never made that deal with Sony, and they're still doing it over a year later. I mean, I really would like to know how much money Sony gave Rockstar and Take-Two so they could have this unique early access stuff. But even then, you know, with all the issues in the game, it still causes this nonsense to occur. Let's see, Scott, I don't trust them, and I go one better. I've been saying it for weeks. The Wangstar deliberately doing these things to mess up the game. They would love to ditch this online. They can do it easier if they can announce there are hardly any players. As for the bounty hunter license, I'm sorry, but I have no sympathy. I grinded hard to get the gold to buy these roles. And I understand everyone's point of view on that one as well. And going backwards, I feel like that if Rockstar was to simply abandon Reddit Online, there would be no reason for them to do the service maintenance. There would be no reason for them to do the patches, even though a lot of us are scratching our head about exactly what did these 2-3 gig patches accomplish. I mean, that's 6 additional gigs, you know, sitting in our hard drives right now for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So, yeah, I would like to believe that they generally do want Reddit Online to succeed, and they haven't abandoned this mode yet. But there's definitely times when it leaves me even wondering, you know. But see, Lord of the Apes, let's see, it took a few days, but eventually dropped the license into my inventory. They've also been pretty good about refunding the 15 gold bars if you contact Rockstar support. Yeah, I'm glad you were able to get your bounty hunter license in your inventory. I'm glad you were also compensated for your 15 gold bars. And that's what I recommended to everybody that accidentally had to purchase the bounty hunter license for 15 gold bars last week when you were supposed to get it for free. At the end of the day, you know, just contact Rockstar support. They'll get back to you eventually. It takes some time because they're getting a lot of tickets to fulfill and take care of. And it still sucks that there were players that didn't get their free bounty hunter license. Let's see. Rob, the ending of the video, brilliant. Well, thank you, Rob. Ahsoka, hello, Ahsoka. Let's see, I never got my moonshine still upgrade either. Not related, but still, come on, Rockstar. Exactly. It's just another case in point of something that Rockstar said that players were going to be able to get, whether you had Twitch Prime or your PlayStation Plus, or you happen to log in during this week, or you do this or do that, and you still don't get what was promised to you. It's just another prime example of the trust being broken between Rockstar and the Red Dead Online community. Let's see, Super Psycho. Rockstar told me that they don't keep track of when players log in. Well, I don't know if they keep track of when players log in. Now, what I was talking about is the data. They keep the data about everything, about how many guns have been purchased, how many horses have been bought, how many NPCs have been killed, how many stranger missions have been done. They do keep data about that. I know that to be true because they've been keeping the data for Grand Theft Auto Online all this time. They used to even pull up the data charts and show that data for all these little minute details. So I feel confident that they do know the players that logged in during that event week that didn't have the bounty hunter license. because players that log into, say, Grand Theft Auto Online during the same week automatically got, well, not automatically, within 72 hours, they got their $1 million. Was it 72 hours? I don't know. But the point is, obviously, Rockstar does keep track of when players log in, because if they didn't, then they wouldn't know who logged into, say, Grand Theft Auto Online, for example, and they wouldn't know who to reward $1 million to and who not to. And it's basically almost identical systems that they have for both Red Dead Online and Grand Theft Auto Online. Therefore, they should know which players logged in during the event week that were trying to get the free bounty hunter license. See, no, Rockstar just doesn't care anymore. They just want money. Every time some bug like this happens, I feel like they more want the money than anything else. Well, the problem, though, is that if players are not happy with the state of the game, then those players that do contribute monetarily, whether it's shark cards or V-Bucks or in this case gold bars, they're a lot less inclined to do so. They like to reward the game they play. For those of you out there that work or have additional money and you don't have the time to grind like some of the rest of us do, that's perfectly fine. So I feel like that they're also being hurt when it comes to the microtransactions in Red Dead Online. I think that there's probably a lot less players buying gold bars right now in the game. Let's see, Brett, fairly new players, saved up to get my bounty hunter license, bought it 2 days ago before this giveaway. I'm sorry to hear that, Brett. I very am sorry to hear that. And this happens to a lot of players as well. They end up purchasing a horse or a car, and within a few days, that particular horse or that particular car, etc., or property happens to go on sale in event week. And that's why you should always wait till the new event week starts, in Red Dead Online's case, on a Tuesday, before you buy something. If you're thinking about buying a new horse or etc., just wait, because chances are what you're probably interested in purchasing may very well go on sale, or even better, might even be free for you to acquire. And I do the weekly event weeks for both Red Dead Online and Grand Theft Auto Online. And to Rockstar's credit, they have been notifying players 2 weeks in advance of the bounty hunter license being free. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you very much, Brian. I very much appreciate that. Let's see, Zeke. Let's see. They're really lucky Cyberpunk got delayed. Yeah, a lot of people that are looking forward to Cyberpunk 2077, and I think they're also going to have an online version as well. I think CD Projekt Red is working on that. Yeah, so that got delayed till September. Yeah, so maybe there's players in Red Dead Online that would have been more quick to move over to CD Cyberpunk, but it is what it is. Let's see, Kirk. Let's say I got the notification about the free bolas, arrows, if I buy the bounty hunter license first. That's not right. You're supposed to get it for free. Let's see, then after I bought it, the notification that it was free and it was on the 4th. Then I went to get my main account and it said 15 gold bars. After talking to a few people, they said it was a visual glitch, and even if it did take my gold, it gets back within 48 to 72 hours. I did purchase it and it took my gold. I haven't got it back on either account. I can deal with that, but what ticks me off is I told 5 PlayStation friends about it, and okay, yeah, that really does suck, and it's not your fault, Kirk, and it's the same thing. The best you can do is simply contact Rockstar support, file a ticket, and just be patient, and hopefully they'll get back to you. Yeah, of course, they'll send you an automated response. That's par for the course, and hopefully, someone will get back to you and you'll be able to get compensated, especially if it's determined that you, in fact, were online during that week and you should have gotten a free bounty hunter license. So hopefully you and your friends, well, you got your gold back, so that's good. But hopefully your friends will be able to get their gold back as well. Let's see. Harry still hasn't gotten his yet. And I don't even know if you'll get yours, Harry. I'm sorry, but yeah, a lot of people got screwed over, unfortunately, which is sadly... there seems to be a lot of that happening. Let's see. Paul. Hello, Paul. Totally agree with your points. Pretty bad that a top AAA gaming company is still doing this. Yeah, I agree. Monica, hey Monica, let's see, dude, love your vids and streams, but honestly, Red Dead Online drove me to go back to Anthem and Titanfall 2. Ooh, Titanfall 2 and Anthem. Well, Titanfall 2 was good, but Anthem? I know they're updating Anthem and they're coming out with Anthem 2.0, but okay, moving on. Let's see, Mikas. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly, and if I do pronounce people's name incorrectly, it's not intentional, and I always apologize for that. Let's see, although I have the Bounty Hunter license, none of the bounty boards in New Austin will work for me anymore over the past 4 days. Yeah, some people have mentioned that to me, and it's just one more thing that's popped up. The other day, I was trying to do dailies, and it was grayed out, and it said dailies were unavailable, and I was about to get pretty cranky. I was about packing up, getting ready to go up to Mount Soapbox, but I reset the game, and fortunately, I was able to do my dailies. But for the past 4 days, that is not good. I hate to say this. I hate to come across like a broken record or a parrot. I don't know why that's happening to you. The best you can do is, I don't know, file a ticket with Rockstar support. Maybe they can figure it out, hopefully. Let's see, Vision X, you couldn't be more right. Thank you, Vision. Let's see, Optical Green, you received the license for free without visiting the bounty board. I got mine within 24 hours after logging in. Yeah, some people said that. I've had people, including you, tell me that you simply just got it, just by logging in. And hypothetically, that's the way it should have worked to begin with. Similar to logging into Grand Theft Auto Online. I know, there I go, comparing Red Dead Online to Grand Theft Auto Online again. It should be a drinking game for those of you old enough to drink. And if you are, drink responsibly. But yeah, I mean, it should have just been as simple as anybody that didn't have the Bounty Hunter license, as long as they logged in during that week, they get it within 24 hours. Simple enough. Let's see, worst in coding, you're probably not. I don't even know how to code. I bought the Bounty Hunter license 3 months ago. Yeah, a lot of people did, I know. It's unfortunate that those of us that bought the Bounty Hunter license, some of you feel like you deserve some sort of reimbursement or compensation. I understand that. But, this is just the way it is. It's Rockstar. They have a right to discount things. They have a right to make things for free that others had to pay for, myself included. But at the end of the day, it's a trust issue. If they say something is going to be discounted or free, and players log in and they're unable to acquire that particular item, then, like I said, the trust is broken. Joseph Powell says, let's stop playing until they fix the game. I say nobody log in and play it at all. See how fast they fix it then. If everybody boycotts. Okay, so I know some people are mentioning this. That you're not the first one to do so, and you won't be the last. But as I pointed out a few days ago, we can try to rally a boycott, a strike, but it never works. It never does. The best we can do is just keep pushing Rockstar, with the petition, by contacting them, sending them feedback, as well as tweeting them. And, I'm trying to do my part with videos, and we're all trying to do our part. But I just don't think that boycotting and striking accomplishes anything. And it actually hurts players that are trying to keep their streaks going. So if we were to all go on strike, then we're only hurting ourselves. But at the same time, either A, Rockstar will fix the game, or, as some of you fear and are concerned about, there's a possibility that maybe they won't. I would like to believe otherwise, though. So the best thing we can keep doing is just reaching out to Rockstar, airing our grievances, telling them what we want, what we need in order for this game to be more playable. And that's the best we can do. And one thing that's great about the petition is the fact that it's helped, solidify the fact that there is a community revolved around this game that loves Red Dead Online, that wants it to succeed, that wants to keep playing it for the years to come with, more awesome content down the road and roles and heists and whatnot. But at the same time, these, as they say, these are probably dark times for us. But I hate to say this too, we have to endure, And I completely understand players that have left the game. I completely sympathize. And finally, Grandpa Law. Rockstar Games is anything but Rockstar. They are showing how pitiful they are when dealing with Red Dead Redemption 2. This game pisses me off many, many times a day. I even deleted it several days ago, but decided to reinstall it to keep the dailies going. Already had several different dumbass bugs today. While on the subject of giving stuff to players, how about them doing something for long-time loyal players? I've been playing the game since day one. I'm currently at rank 392 and tired of nothing special for loyal players. Of course, it probably would fail to come through like you explained in the video. Just saying. Yeah, and I feel like in the past Event Week videos that we have been neglected as a community, especially those of us veteran players like yourself. You know, I've been playing since the beta launched, and I'm okay with Rockstar doing things to help the newer players rank up faster. That's fine, but you have to have balance in the event weeks. You have to reward the veteran players. And the easiest way to reward veteran players, a case in point, with this week's XP boosts. Well, what about money boosts? What about gold boosts? They could have done that as well. Yeah, all these issues with Red Dead Online, I can understand why people are angry at Rockstar for a variety of reasons. And I know that there are people that have left the game. Maybe they'll come back when these problems are resolved, and when we have a spring update, hopefully it'll be an awesome update, and I hope they do come back. But I also sympathize with those that have had enough and are hanging up their hat and are walking off into the sunset, off to a completely different game. That is completely understandable. But the rest of us will stay on the ship, and hopefully we'll get over this rockiness, this point where it feels like the ship's about to hit an iceberg and take us all down with it. If it does, then I guess I'm going down with the ship. Like so many of you, I am frustrated with the issues in the game, and that's why we cover it. At the very least, it allows us a place to vent in the hope that Rockstar is actually listening to the community as a whole. And, you know, I would love to get to a point where we don't have to complain about these issues anymore, and we can all get excited about future content coming down the road, the spring update, future roles, horses, weapons, clothing, property, perhaps even a Mexico expansion one day, maybe even a heist in Red Dead Online. That would be awesome as well. So anyways, for those of you that have made it to the end of the video, thank you ever so much for watching my videos and live streams. You all are awesome. And I want to know from each and every one of you that are still here, how could Rockstar go about improving event weeks going forward? Your thoughts, your views, and opinions regarding improving the event weeks in Red Dead Online are welcome below in the comments section.